Good morning, Les. I hope you guys enjoyed your holiday. Today I'm reading from Numbers 19, 20 through 22. But the man that shall be unclean and shall not purify himself, that soul shall be cut off from among the congregation, because he hath defiled the sanctuary of the Lord. The water of separation hath not been sprinkled upon him. He is unclean, and it shall be a perpetual statute unto them. And he that sprinkleth the water of separation shall wash his clothes, and he that touches the water of separation shall be unclean until even. And whatsoever the unclean person toucheth shall be unclean, and the soul that toucheth it shall be unclean until even. So, in this verse, I feel like God is giving explanation of sometimes in our lives we're separated from people that we were once close with, and we're put into seclusion for the purpose of purity. And in that transition, we have to understand that we have work to do. When you're separated from people or people leave your lives, that is an inclination of your growth and your ascension, and it's not something that's wrong with you or something that you have to fix about yourself, so that you can bring that relationship back together. Sometimes God will expose people and show you who they are in a different light than you've seen them before. And it's not because that person has changed, it's because you've changed. So when you change, you see things differently. So as you're changing, you can't really recognize the changes that are occurring within you. So God will separate you and bring you out from amongst people so that you can see better. And the understanding of what's actually occurring is not by the human mind or the level of the level of human understanding. You have to talk to God, you have to pray, you have to worship, you have to spend that one-on-one time with God so that he can reveal to you not only why he separated you, but your unhealed parts, the unhealed parts of your spirit that needs to be cleansed, that needs to heal. And also the gifts that he has put inside of you and the purpose that he has on your life. So there's a lot of work that goes on during that separation and that transition from everyday life. And we can't waste it worrying about why this is happening on a human level, the level of a human mind. We have to become spiritual and do spiritual works to unveil ourselves to ourselves, and only God can do that. So God will separate you from people because their spirit is unclean and he's trying to purify your spirit. So in the process of purifying your spirit, you can't continue to engage with people that he has brought you out from, because it's a perpetual cycle. Like in some relationships, God will separate the relationship and you continue to go back, and it gets worse and worse every time because God is trying to show you something. He's trying to teach you something. And that goes for relationships, jobs, friendships, situations that are not for you. You can't continue to indulge in those things because it's hindering your growth, and the spirit realm will continue to expose the hindrance it's doing to you over and over until you get it. And that is the story of our lives. Like everyone has a purpose on their life. Everyone has something that they need to accomplish in this lifetime. So during our lifetime, we will be pushed in a certain direction, and when we question it with our own level of human understanding without consulting with God and talking to God and being in His presence, sometimes we make decisions that are not best for us. So we have to allow God to direct our footsteps in faith and in obedience. Because without faith, we would try to lean on our own understanding, and that is not conducive to our spiritual ascension. So this verse is just saying that things that are unclean, and unclean means spiritually unclean. Like, you got purity of spirit is not a death sentence. Purity of spirit is growth and strength. You might feel like a sheep going out amongst wolves, but once you purify yourself, don't be afraid to be soft. Don't be afraid to be loving. Don't be afraid to be kind. Because even though you might be sent out as a sheep amongst wolves, God is your shepherd. He will lead you. He will protect you. He will keep you. And this is for sure. And so allow Him to build you. Allow Him to work with you and work within you, so that when you are sent back out, you're stronger and you have a protection that is not of this world. So, yeah, that's all I have to say about that. I hope you guys have a beautiful day and be blessed.